Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel, and in today's video I wanted to share with you probably some questions you might have if you've recently watched my last video where I kind of revealed the new truck and the two dumpsters that I've got. There's several things about what I have done that is probably not normal and probably just a lot more difficult to make it work. As I said in that previous video, it was a longer video. My situation, I'm cramming two systems together to make this work. I thought I knew what I was doing, and I thought I had prepared as much as I could, and turns out, wow, I did not by a long shot. So I have a switch and go rail system, which actually is supposed to stop right here where they welded. They did a pretty good job welding the plates on both sides here to give it more structure and secure it. However, that meant by extending this to be able to pick up regular standard rail cans, that the distance from the back of the rail then had to be moved back for the bumper. So on my back side here, I have had the bumper extended, put more reflective tape back there. If I need to actually have lights further back per DOT or whatever, definitely willing to do that, no big deal. The more lights the merrier. And it's actually kind of a really nice step, being able to step back, step up to the whole system here if needed. Which then brings me to the next point. I have two 10-yard cans all the way forward. That leaves me, I believe, like 6 feet or roughly that after the back of the actual dumpster can here. So for me to go and dump, this now means I'm in a position where I have to unlock it, raise the front of it up, lower the actual can to the point, at least close enough back here to where I can then safely open the door up, and things aren't going to be falling, as it's being dumped. It's not going to fall all through my actual, back axle and all my inner workings here. I did install two cameras. I have a 4-camera system that has an SD card that can record all 4 cameras at one time. Pretty handy. At some point I'll make a video kind of sharing that. I do have the same exact camera system in my other Ford backup truck. But I've got essentially a camera right here and then right here kind of looking up. So essentially when I am lowering it, if I'm in the cab, I can see what's going on down at the bottom here, as well as looking at it from a higher perspective. As this is up, I can see down. So I've got 2 cameras there. It's a wireless system. I just plugged them straight into the lights because I'm always going to have my lights on if I'm going down the road or dropping anything off. So this is the kind of position that I'm in with this, to where each time with these cans, because the cans are not the same length of the rail, I basically have to do that. So that's definitely going to take a little bit more time. It's an extra step, and if you were getting a hook lift or any size cable system truck, you're probably going to want to have the proper length of can to fit everything, so that you don't have to do what I am going to have to do. So that is something that is an extra step. Also, I don't have a tarp system. I did ask questions on this one beforehand, but I didn't fully understand what really went into it, what was going on with it. And the main problem is that newer trucks give a longer width here between the back of the cab and where the rail system starts, so that you can actually put a tarp system in between here that have the guides that go all the way up to the top, and then they would eventually stop up there, and then it would tarp back, being able to hinge off of your cover there or somewhere else on the frame. I don't have that. I literally have the width of my GoPro in between there. So for me to get a tarping system that would work, I'm gonna have to probably slice and dice it a little bit, extend, have some custom welding done again for it to come and actually attach to the frame rail down here, to extend, to be able to clear this so that when this goes up, it's above that, and then go up, go across to the other side to have it secured, and then go up. So I really in Switch and Go, which the rail system is, Switch and Go does not have a tarping system. They have systems that would go on the can. So technically that would be another option. But I'm wanting to make this more of a permanent solution. I'm not wanting this to be a Switch and Go, multiple different types of options. I want only dumpsters, and I want, preferably, just one actual tarping system that's electric, that's pressing a button, that I'm not going to be climbing up on here and trying to tarp it with bungees and a Harbor Freight tarping, mesh tarp. But that seems to be what I'm going to have to do in the meantime. Tarping systems usually between $3,000 and $5,000. And then the extra fab work to get this done will be a little bit more. So unless I come up with some very unique opportunity, some way to make this work, I'm going to be, in the meantime, I'm going to be tarping it by hand. And this does complicate things. It really does. This is better than no truck and dumpster working at all, I can tell you that. It is going to take more time. If I had somebody doing this for me, I'm going to have to pay them more because it's going to take them more time, certainly. I totally understand that. That's an absolute, of course thing. The next thing to kind of talk through this is my winch. This is a Warren winch. It is a 15,000 pound winch, I believe. As you can see, the previous what is this, the thing to keep the slack, man, I can't even remember the name, but basically I'm gonna have to get this replaced. This is already in the mail right now. A new cable is in the mail as well. 75 foot, I believe it's what, 22,000 pounds cable. Also, instead of a hook, I want to get one of those actual rectangle long latches, or whatever they're called. Let me know down in the comments below what exactly it is, but definitely want to get a new cable. Or the cable's on the way. The tensioner, that's what this is called, the tensioner, and then the fair lead that would actually keep this going straight and accurate. That is actually already delivered. That just got here today. So new fair lead, new tensioner, new cable, and then I have not found one that would just, I would have the hook instead of the thing instead of the hook. So that's going to be the new setup for that. As you can tell, there are hook lift bars, or whatever you call it, pieces here that at one point was used as a hook lift. On my other 10 yard, these are gone because these have been repurposed to be right back here. So you can see those three, maybe you can, I don't know, maybe you can, maybe you can't. There's 3 holes there. That is what's happened here. So we have one can that still has the hook lift option and one that doesn't. At maybe some point I'll go hook lift, but it's not going to be anytime soon. Like I said in that previous video, this is my short-term to medium length of a setup right now, and it's not ideal, I know that, and I'm sure I'll get some comments, people saying, dude, what are you doing? This is so much more complicated than it should be. And if you did watch all the way through that previous video, it's a miracle I'm even here. getting this fully operational. All the issues and the headaches that I've gone through, I'm trying to stop this from being a paperweight and just making this, you know, actually starting making money. So in the meantime, I'm doing what I can with what I've got, and I've learned a lot of lessons. I now know better questions to actually ask, and now that I've seen it in person, the thing is, there's nobody around me that has this type of system. I've asked people, the transfer stations, and everybody's not an owner operator. They're you know, they're a company guy, and nobody seemingly, I've been able to really pick their brain about if I had somebody back then to really dig through this whole thing with, it probably would have saved me a lot of grief here with this whole situation. But as I've said, it is what it is, and I've got to deal with it now and not react, but how am I going to respond? How am I going to take action? So this is me taking action, doing what I can with what I have, for the short term to medium term. I've got to get these dumpsters rolling. My pricing, I've already got, I think I mentioned I already got them rented out. I just had another 2-day for a 10-yard. And again, my pricing is not like the bigger companies. So my pricing is higher, but people only need, especially for a smaller dumpster, they only need for a day or two maybe. And so I'm rolling with these 10 yards. They really are happening. So getting my winch taken care of, having a sketchy tarping system. I'm a little nervous for winter with the ice and snow. I'm hoping to have maybe the tarp system operational by then, a real system that will work and function and not be even more of a headache. But in the meantime, I'm going to be tarping with some Harbor Freight tarps. I'll be tarping them when they're still on the ground, and then when I get to the transfer station, that's when I'll be pulling the bungees and then just dragging the thing off as safely as I can if I do have to get up onto the truck. Or now that I have the extra step here, I'm able to get up here and, you know, get up, stand on top. That's quite a bit of, you know, walking room to maneuver and get stuff going. So that's kind of my game plan for that. Yeah, this is the situation that we're rolling with. I do have a pretty massive tool area here on the actual truck. Let me pull that. All right. As you can see, here's all my bungees. Here's the straps that I was given by the seller to be able to get this securely home. And here's my brand new Harbor Freight, what, 20, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, tarping or tarp, to be able to get one of these tarped up. So I'm going to be putting probably some wood and some other things as I learn more about what I need and what things do have to happen. If there's anything that jumps out to you as far as safety or ideas to work with, what I don't need is comments telling me you're an absolute idiot. I already know there's a number of things about this whole situation I should it is what it is. I could have saved myself a lot of grief, but I don't have the luxury of just saying, well, I'm just gonna go sell this. I'm way too deep to stop. I'm all in. And so if you have any constructive ideas or anything, please share it with me. I'm willing to take any ideas as far as a tarp system goes with this. Something that could kind of, you know, come outside, go up, and then be able to, by the time it connects and goes up here, that this would actually be able to clear it as it hinges back and forth there. That would be helpful. If you have any ideas on that, let me know. But yeah, this is the truck going on here. There's a couple. I just discovered I do have one headlight out. I replaced that center light that I talked about in the previous video. That's already replaced there. And then yeah, we're we are rolling. It does have two 59-gallon tanks, so it's kind of funny, you know, that's what 118 gallons. It's funny, my Ram, between the auxiliary tank in the bed and the regular tank, I've got 150 gallons. So my 3500 Ram has more fuel than this truck, which is, it seems kind of odd, but it's plenty of fuel to do what I need to do and not have to fill up so often. So when I do find some discounts, I will definitely be hitting it hard when I can. Also, if you're trying to find some fuel savings, if you've got a diesel truck, check out the Mud Flap app. I think I've talked about it on this channel before. I use this for RV transport, for my regular fuel that I would drive just personally, but also for this business as well. The Mud Flap app has a network of different fuel stations possibly in your area. It's a growing network of fuel stations, and essentially you can get some serious discounts. Last time when I filled this up and my Ram up, I had over $1 discount. So it's been $5 range, a little over $5 range for some time now. I got it for I think everybody else was like $5.20, $5.30. I got it for like $4.30 a gallon. Diesel, so pretty serious savings. I'll have that link down in the description below, but this is what I'm working with. These are some of the headaches that I know we're going to come up. I do have both a locking, let's see if you can see that, locking portion in the back here, same on the other side, and then the two front wheels, they're secured down, as well as a full kingpin style thing going through the actual, so you see that there. And then this goes through the actual leg of the dumpster. So that, and then these, I have not spray painted these black yet. I will at some point here when I do all the other winch work, but this is the situation I've got. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd be interested to see if you have any ideas of what maybe I could do to make it better or cheaper or whatever, as long as it's safe and it works and it functions, and I'm willing to put up with the extra time and effort it might take to make things work in the meantime. It's been a paperweight and now it's not, and so let's go. So just wanted to bring this video to you. I'm sure if you did watch the whole thing, you're gonna have some questions, because this is an odd setup. I get it. It's not ideal, but it's making money, and at some point we'll upgrade to something else, but for now this is where we're at. So if this was a help to you, if you want to say anything or whatever, feel free to reach out. Hit the subscribe button, like the video if you want. I'm going to be hopefully sharing more and more content about this truck and figuring out what I'm going to do with different obstacles that I have. So appreciate you. Have a good one. Stay safe, guys, and God bless.